Welcome back to go-to reviews, and so many good news coming from ToughBuilt right now. They introduced a new organizational garage setup, and it's compatible with their StackTech system. They have plenty new accessories that work along with the system: a nice workstation, pegboards, lights, you name it, they got it. Customizable. Did I say that right? Customizable. You can customize it. You can make it look how you want it, and you can orient it how you want it as well. But before I continue, I just want to say this, that there's a new feature on YouTube where if you go into the settings, you could actually choose the language that you prefer to listen to my video in. So you can listen to the German, French, or just listen to my Trinidadian accent. It's up to you. Whatever you want, the option is there. I think it have Chinese as well, Russian. Check it out and see. But enough of that. So now this new workstation is so beautiful. I think it's the sleekest, modern looking workstation so far. Very easy to use. A lot of tools to make it customizable. The shelving systems, the wheel casters, everything. And it's even raised up the floor, so in the event of floods, whatever the case may be, electrical integrated into the system, lighting is beautiful. But I didn't really want to talk about this so much. I wanted to talk more about the new drawer system that ToughBuilt is introducing, and we're gonna look at it now. So now, for the most part, people might say, hey, they're a little too late, but that was the same sentiment that was made when Makita introduced the MacTrack. It's the same sentiment when Klein Tools introduced the Mudbox, and it's also the same sentiment that people are making right now that ToughBuilt is introducing the rolling drawer system. And I think it's a year ago, 2 years ago, when they introduced it, they said that they were going to do the drawer system, and they had a little bit of setbacks. But I think now they have more or less ironed out all those setbacks, and they say they have a release date of June or a little later. I see it reported on the ToughBuilt StackTech lovers group that there's going to be some delay because of the tariff issues that are going on. But we don't want to talk too much about that. But that is going to be a major issue when it comes to their fulfilling their orders or their shipment into the States, because I think they're manufacturing it in China, so they're going to have some issues there. But they promise that it's going to be there. So we just want to take a little closer look at it and see some of the features, what makes it different and similar to other toolboxes that are in the drawer system. So we're going to do that now. So now they have a 3-drawer system, 2-drawer and a single drawer, and then they have the 2-drawer rolling system and then the single drawer. And so what I like about it is how sleek and how neat it looks. I love the way it looks. It looks very clean. It's not as bulky as the other ones that have a very, well, I just said the word again, so I'm going to repeat it, bulky, right? So it's a little more European in design. So let's take a closer look at some of the unique features to this box. So now for the 3-drawer and the 4-drawer, as a matter of fact, for all the drawers, there's a nice unique locking system right on the accessory rails, so that you could adjust the on and off without having to, interfere with the front of the box. And then you have the drawer slides at the side, plus you have the wheel at the bottom, so you'll get more stability. And we're going to see why that's important later in the video when we talk about their competitors. So they have some really nice features, and I can't wait to get this box. I don't have any price on it as yet. I don't think they released the prices as yet. Well, some people have gotten prices, but those are the European prices. But we haven't gotten any prices for United States and elsewhere, where I'm going to eventually buy it from the United States. So this is the single drawer here. It looks really good. The second is the double drawer, and then the 3-drawer, and then you have the 4-drawer. Looks really nice, really clean and sleek. Then you have the single drawer rolling box. Then you have the 2-drawer rolling box. Now this is their direct competitor right now for me. Well, they have many others, and people don't forget that the very first toolbox that introduced the drawer system was I think it was the Rigid. Yeah, it was the Rigid Pro Gear 2.0. So they were the first to introduce their drawer into the system. I even said that to them. You didn't really do a good job of marketing this toolbox because it was actually revolutionary time. So now Milwaukee has some nice little features in their toolbox. They have an anti-jam wheel pole at the base, and they have 2 wheels, and then I think there's another wheel on the inside of the drawer. But I foresaw in a video I did previously, and you want to check it out, where I said that that's going to be an issue when it comes to how you're going to pull this drawer out, because there is no drawer slides at the side. Where everybody else chose to put drawer slides, Milwaukee decided, hey, we're not going to use drawer slides, we're going to use 2 wheels or 4 wheels, the 2 main wheels and do 2 other wheels, and then you just simply pull it in and out, and it locks the way the conventional Milwaukee PACKOUT locks. So they went with that design, and I kind of saw that that's going to be an issue, because the level of stability that you will get with the other drawer systems where they have drawer slides to keep it on a nice smooth front and back motion, Milwaukee didn't choose to do that. They eliminated that drawer slide, maybe for cost reasons, maybe they didn't want to add that, but it's worth $250 and after tax probably $300, and in some places even $400 US. So to me, cost shouldn't have been a major factor when it comes to putting drawer slide. Well, that's just my opinion. I don't make tools, and they probably know the ins and outs of cost and what it will cost to probably add a drawer slide, or probably it would have affected the design. So that is the reason why I believe it's highly unstable. Now, as I mentioned before, at the Tough Build Lovers group, a lot of people started to post videos of the drawer system and how it's feeling, and I'm going to tag those people because I'm going to use some of their photos to show you how the Milwaukee toolbox is faring right now for those who already purchased it. Now I'm still going to repurchase it because I want to review it. So for example, this video here shows how it works. Slide out, and you can see it's not very jerky, and then this is another video showing it comes out at the end of the bed and then it falls out because there's nothing holding it in place. And that's the issue I was talking about. Now the mod box, they chose to use the track system because obviously they probably in the testing phase recognized the lack of stability without using the track system. So as you can see in the video clearly here, there are 4 tracks, 2 on each side, to give you that nice stable draw, pull and pull out, and even prevent what's happening right now with the Milwaukee rolling toolbox, where the potential for it to fall out. I don't know why they chose that design. And I'll say it again, I think they should have went with the tracks, but they made a decision, as the saying goes, they made a bet, so obviously you have to line it. I know initially they're going to get those large sales, and as reviews come out, people might get a better sense of whether to make that purchase or not, because there's so many toolboxes. But obviously if you're already in the Milwaukee platform, you're going to buy it. That's just the reality, because for years people have been clamoring, and Milwaukee has been out for many years, probably 8 years, not, well, with Milwaukee PACKOUT that is, because they were introduced in 2017. So now let's look at the Flex. The Flex as well utilized 4-track system, and even as I mentioned before, the first to do it, which was the Rigid. Now everybody's eagerly awaiting to see how these function. We have a clear idea how the Milwaukee functions, but people want to know how the Tough Build system is going to function. Will it have the same issues? I doubt that very much, because they have a nice centralized wheel and there are 4 tracks, so that obviously you won't have the same issues people are having right now with the Milwaukee PACKOUT. Now when I get it in hand, I'm going to test it on gravel, I'm going to test it on rough terrain, I'm going to test it on the bed of a van, and I'm going to test it on staircases, on different surfaces, to see how well it performs. But for me, based on what I've seen so far, it's not looking too good for the Milwaukee PACKOUT rolling draw, which to me bodes well for those who I believe is making a transition from the Milwaukee. They're selling in Milwaukee right now on Marketplace. Selling it to their friends and family who want to get into the Milwaukee craze, so to speak. And they're shifting over to the tough build system. Because tough build, to me, seems to be creating a better product. And even something on as well, too, I wanted to mention, the accessory rails. Now, because Milwaukee's accessory rails require that you have to screw onto it, I think it's a poor design. But that's just me, and I'm going to do a video about that and the difference between the rails. And as a matter of fact, I did do a video, which is the Milwaukee versus the tough build video, so you can check out that. But I just want to say, thanks for watching the video. We reached 4,300 so far, and we reached 10,000 on TikTok. So thank you again, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you on the next one.